Rise and shine, it's Entspresso time. Good morning, it's Evan Carmichael, and I am not a morning person. But if you stay consistent on having a great morning routine that inspires you, it will change your life. So let's start your day off right together. Grab your coffee, know that I believe in you, and get ready for a shot of Entspresso from one of our standout clips from this year. Cheers.
I wake up every morning.
Espresso, keep me going.
I wake up every morning.
Look at the alternative, okay? If you're not doing block time, here's what your day might look like. You have all these different slots of time, right? And you're just gonna plug in as you go through the day. You're gonna plug in, I'll work some there, and I'll work some there, and then I'll try to cram stuff up. Right at the end of the day, I'll try to cram that sucker in. Any crammers? Okay, just checking. No judgment. You're just not going as fast as you could. That's all. Crammers, I love crammers. Just like, because they're easy to get to move faster, because you do have that diligence of when there's a deadline and it's on, you can go, which really serves you. But we got to take you from a crammer to a preparer to a high performer. And the way that we do that is to look at this and go, listen, if you keep leaving all these time slots to randomness, what happens is they start to get filled with the big D. Distraction. Some reason it seems like this hit home for some people. I don't know why. How many recognize what I'm talking about here? So now you add up, take this out. You might not be thinking too seriously about it, but let's say that's like a day. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 work hours. You didn't know I drew that on purpose. If you leave your time to randomness, you are stealing from your greatness. If you leave your time to randomness, you are stealing from your greatness bit by bit, hour by hour, day by day, week by week, month by month, quarter by quarter, year by year, and decade by decade. And it's the little things like this where you're like, oh my gosh, I didn't get anything done, because you've got all these random approaches to your day. And so for those who are like, but Brendon, I'm a free spirit. I'm like, oh God, I love free spirits. Me too. Let's go on a yoga retreat. I don't have any time. Oh, free spirit, no time for yoga retreat? Aww. You know why free spirit ain't got no time for yoga retreat? Because they ain't got no discipline. If they had some discipline, free spirit would have time for some yoga retreat. So if you want more free time, you need more discipline time. It's so simple.
Listen, humans are built to serve. Some people are built to serve the world. Others want to serve the 25 people closest to them. But in either case, humans are built to serve. So if you're not happy right now, it's because you're not serving enough. You got to pick up this book because it's so inspiring to remind you that we're all here to contribute, to make a difference, to make an impact, and this is your field guide for that.
Success equals habits. If you are not reaching the goals that you have for your business and your life, it's because you are not doing the right habits consistently. I say consistently because you are what you consistently do, not what you kinda do. If you run a kinda gotta do schedule, then you're gonna have a kinda okay life and a kinda okay business. I wanna change that in this video. So I live by my calendar. I think it's one of the greatest tools you can ever have, that when you have something that you want to accomplish in your life, in your business, that it's in your calendar. Because if it's not in your calendar, it just remains one of these someday I will do something, but you never actually take action on it. And it's one of the biggest mistakes that people make after getting inspired, motivated. You watch a video like this, you go to a conference, you listen to a podcast, like that was amazing, so much fire. And you might be on fire for the rest of the day, but then you don't follow through because it's not in your calendar. Show me your biggest goals in life and business. Tell me what they are. If I was going to charge $100,000 for an hour of coaching with you, right? This is what I would focus on. What are your big goals? And show me in your calendar where you are spending your time. For too many people, they don't line up. For too many people, they have these ambitions and great ideas, but they just state ideas and ambitions because it's never actually in your calendar. And so if you don't put the big things in your calendar, you'll never accomplish them. The little things will take over your life. For too many of us, the little things have taken over. And it's not that they're not important, because they are, but small in importance. And so you can tell yourself, I did so much, look at how much I did. But then you look back on the week, it's like, what did I actually do? I was busy the whole week, but did I move forward in any of my goals or ambitions? Probably not. This is a problem. So for me, I like having different things on different days. Tuesday, I make videos. This is a Tuesday for me. This video may not be released on a Tuesday, but I'm recording it on a Tuesday. Because Tuesday, I am making YouTube videos because I want to grow my YouTube impact. Because I want to reach 500 million people, 1 billion people, right? I want to reach the world. And I think YouTube's the best way to do it right now. And so, great. It's amazing to have that ambition. Show me in your calendar where you're spending your time. Well, all day Tuesday, I'm making videos. Wednesday is my project day. Thursday is my public-facing interview day. Friday is my CEO day. Saturday is my fun day with my wife, right? This impacts your personal life as well. Saturday, I'm planning the entire day for my wife that has fun surprises where there's no work happening, not even going to Costco. No, Costco is not fun for me, so we're not going to Costco. Sunday is family admin day, where that's Costco day. That's buy a new couch day. That's do the laundry day. That's whatever needs to be done for the family. And then Monday is mentoring day, spending that with my team, right? I look at my calendar, and this is what you can do. Look at your calendar every week and see what's ahead for the week. Is there a structure to it? If you looked at that calendar and stepped above it and said, if I did these things, will I move closer to accomplishing my goals? Will I make progress? It's not that you're going to hit your goal by just spending a week working on something. You won't. But will you make progress towards it? Is there growth? Is there achievement happening? And for too many people, it's a no, and I think you should change that. Okay, so how do we do it? How do we fix our schedule? How do we start actually living the life that will lead us to accomplishing our goals? I have a 3-step process. Let's go through it now. Step number 1 is eliminate, automate, delegate. So take a good look at what you're doing and how many of them should you not even be doing at all, right? I mean, the whole idea is here we need to free up your time to work on the things that are actually worth you working on. And part of that is I need to stop doing things completely. There are some things that you are doing right now that you shouldn't even be doing. Nobody should be doing it. And it's just not valuable to your business or to your life goals. You've been doing it because maybe it used to work. You've been doing it because it was a great idea. Great, but you shouldn't do it anymore. You need to eliminate it. Take a good look at your calendar, because if you're spending your time doing work, I believe you have Michael Jordan level talent, right? I believe you could be the greatest in the world at something. But you're only spending 2 to 5% of your time actually on what you have Michael Jordan level talent at. And the rest of your time, the chunk of your time, the bulk of your time on stuff that you don't even like to do, that you have no ambitions to be great at. And so can you just completely eliminate some of those tasks? Then it's automate. So the tasks that are left, okay, what can be automated? They have to get done, but do they have to get done by a person? If not, is there software? Are there tools that you can use to help you make that process smoother? And then the last part is delegate. So now we've taken tasks that have to be done, right? We haven't eliminated them. Can't be done by automation, software, robots. Have to be done by a person. Then is it you? Are you the person that should be doing it? Or should it be somebody else? My goal here is we need to free up your time to focus on the things that you could be world class at, because if you're spending your time doing stuff that you don't like and that you're not good at, you're never going to go off and accomplish the goals that you have and build the life that you want to build. So step 1 is eliminate, automate, delegate. Step number 2 is block your time. So I already talked a little bit about how I block my schedule. I would start by looking at a week and then start thinking, what different tasks can I do on different days? I'm a big believer that if you stay in the same energy zone, you're going to get a lot more done. If you are trying to write a book and talk to a client and recruit a new employee and go to a speech and do an interview and you're just constantly jumping between tasks, you're going to lose focus. You could say I did a lot of stuff, but you're not going to show up as your amazing self for each of those things because the switching costs are too high. Meanwhile, though, if you stay in the same energy, I was talking to a guy today who's making videos for YouTube. And he goes to a studio and sits down and sets up and drives there and he makes one video and he goes home. It's like, dude, the time that you spend just driving there and setting up and getting into the zone, the energy, the mindset of I'm going to make videos and I'm going to be my best self on camera right now, all that energy and time, the amount of time that takes to make one video, let's say that's an hour, right? You can then go make 5 more videos in that same time. Because you're already there, because the lights are already on, because you're already in the energy and you've done your hair and you have your clothes on, whatever, right? You're already in the right framework to go off and start to crush it. This is especially true for creative work. If you have any kind of creativity built into your business, if you're trying to write a book, if you're trying to create a course, if you're trying to do anything creative, you need chunks of time. Chunks. You can't squish writing the book into 20 minutes every day. It takes you 20 minutes, 40 minutes for me just to get back into where I was from the last time I was writing. And so really start to look at where can I block off big chunks of my time, ideally having different days to do different things, and starting to run a no crisis business. Right? I like to run a no crisis business that when I'm with you, I will crush it for you. I will be focused. I will be on point. I will give you insane value when we're together. But if you need me to be on call, that's why I don't have a phone number. If you need to meet me to be on call, that's not going to happen. You can't buy me to be on call, because when you're going to call me, it's distracting for something else that's really important that I'm working on. So learning to develop a no crisis business, it doesn't mean that your business can't be responsive. Right? That's why you have a team. That's why you have people with you. But it means that you need to be able to focus your time and efforts on the right projects that matter at the moment. So block your time. So for you, again, and this is a balance of personal versus business. I like having Saturday and Sunday to do family stuff. Maybe you're totally different. Awesome. How much family time do you need? How much business time do you need? Within each of those, how are you going to divide those categories? Because even in our personal life, before Saturday became fun day, before I blocked it off and said, you cannot touch this, little things started to seep in. It was going to Costco and going grocery shopping and doing laundry and looking at a new couch and all the, and then there was no fun. Then the whole weekend passed and no fun happened. So no, Saturday we're going to have fun. Anything else is moving to Sunday. So you need to block your time. So think now, how can you block your time and protect your time to do those projects so that you can move forward on your big goals in life? And step number 3 is have play bigger triggers. A play bigger trigger is something that you put in your environment to remind you of who you want to be, to remind you of who you are becoming. And so easy starts are your physical environment, right? I have these people up on my wall for a reason. From Steve Jobs, A.P. Giannini, my parents, Howard Schultz, Kanye West, they're all here for a reason. I walk in here and boom, I get hit in the face with these guys, right? Every day. This may not mean something to you. Although some people ask, how do I buy those prints? It's like, you want to buy a print of my parents? Kind of weird. Set up your environment. It's a play bigger trigger. You set it up once and then it reminds you every day to play bigger. From what you wear. I put this on and I feel like a superhero. This is my superhero costume, right? I got it with the deep hoodie. I love it. You may not like it. I love it, right? Awesome. What's on the background of your phone? What's on the background of your computer? What are the videos that you watch every single day? The channels you subscribe to, the podcasts you listen to. Have play bigger triggers in your environment that force you to remind yourself to be the person that you want to be. Because if you had Brendon Burchard or Evan Carmichael, whoever it was in your life every day watching your every move, we would force you to get better. It would happen. But you let yourself off the hook too often. We don't have Brendon or Evan kind of right next to us watching every move and telling us what to do. But you can create a version of it by having an office environment, by creating the play bigger triggers. And so know, especially where you let yourself down, especially where you give yourself a break, especially where you play small when you don't want to. Where are you? Are you in your office or in the bedroom? Are you in the kitchen? Are you in the car? Like, where are you? And start there. You need a play bigger trigger to remind yourself of the person that you are becoming. It's the power of play bigger triggers. Now I've got a really special bonus clip that I think you're going to enjoy. But before that, question of the day, I want to know, what is one play bigger trigger that you are going to add to your life, to your environment? Let me know down in the comments below. And if you made it this far in the video and you promise, you commit, you're saying, yes, I'm going to take action after watching it, give me a hashtag believe down in the comments below, because I want to celebrate you.
If you're an individual and all you do is whatever you want to do, where are you going to end up? You're going to end up in the gutter. Mm-hmm. You have to have discipline in your life. And if
people don't understand that.
And if you have discipline, you'll end up with more freedom. If you just have freedom, you'll end up in the gutter. You'll end up being a slave. Mm-hmm. You'll end up being a slave to your addictions. You'll end up being a slave to whatever
your choices, your ramifications.
If you have discipline in your life, you will end up with freedom. You'll end up with financial freedom. You'll end up with more free time. You'll end up with the things that you want in the world.
If you want more Entspresso morning videos, they're not on this channel anymore. I have a dedicated channel just for it. It's right there next to me. Go click it there. Continue to believe, and I'll see you there.